They say Central America is a small, compact region, often perceived as a mere speck on the map. Yet, within this seemingly tiny corner of the world, one country stands out with a brilliance that surpasses its neighbors, Guatemala. This land is rich with legends that have been passed down through centuries, stark contrasts that define its diverse landscapes, and mysteries that continue to intrigue explorers and locals alike. It is not merely a tourist destination, but a tapestry woven with stories waiting to be uncovered. Welcome to Guatemala, a place where volcanoes constantly breathe out plumes of steam. Ancient ruins silently whisper secrets of civilizations long gone, and the roots of chocolate stretch back into the distant prehistoric past. Here, the ordinary transforms into the extraordinary, inviting you on a journey of discovery. Why do the local buses seem to have stepped out of a different era, resembling vintage vehicles from New York in the 1980s? And what lies beneath the depths of certain lakes, so profound that legends claim they lead to another world altogether? What about the giant kites flown during celebrations honoring the dead, spectacles of color and tradition that echo ancient customs? These are just glimpses of the many fascinating facets of Guatemala, a country that reveals its true character through stories, landscapes, and traditions less explored elsewhere. Prepare yourself to learn 15 astonishing facts that prove Guatemala is undeniably the most unforgettable country in the Americas. Number 15. Guatemala is among the world's leading producers of liquid, specifically a mineral that holds a place of great significance in history and culture. Many might dismiss the green stone as just a charming pebble, perhaps a souvenir one might pick up in a market. However, in Guatemala, this mineral was once a symbol of divine power, a talisman representing kings, gods, and the afterlife itself. The country is one of the largest global suppliers of jade, specifically a rare and highly valued type called Jade. This precious stone is hidden deep within volcanic rocks and sacred riverbeds, waiting to be uncovered by skilled hands. Historically, jade served as currency among the Mayan rulers, signifying wealth and spiritual authority. Even today, entire villages along the valley of the Matagua River continue the ancient craft of carving jade, passing down their secrets from generation to generation. Some pieces are so pure and flawless that collectors from distant countries like China and Japan are willing to pay thousands of dollars for a tiny fragment. The hues vary widely, from icy white to deep black and even regal purple, each shade adding to its mystique. The next time you see a piece of jade, consider whether it's just a decorative ornament or perhaps a relic that once belonged to gods or kings. Number 14. On Guatemala's Pacific coast, a remarkable tradition offers visitors a chance to participate directly in the protection of fragile life forms, sea turtles. Have you ever held a tiny, vulnerable creature in your palms, aware that its survival depends entirely on your gentle care? Here, you are more than a tourist. You become a guardian of nature. During the months from June to December, thousands of hatchlings, olive and leatherback turtles, emerge from their eggs and scramble desperately toward the ocean's embrace. The beaches of Guatemala become a battleground for survival, where local residents and environmental organizations work tirelessly to safeguard the eggs from poachers and predators. Tourists are often invited to join in the noble act of releasing these tiny beings into the sea, an experience both humbling and unforgettable. The odds are stark. Only about 1 in 1,000 hatchlings will reach maturity and return to the same beach to lay their own eggs. Yet, your participation might tip the scales in favor of one little turtle's chance at life. These efforts are more than conservation, they are desperate acts to prevent the extinction of these species. In this moment, you are not merely observing nature, you are becoming an active part of its ongoing story. Number 13. Before we move on to the most majestic bird of Guatemala, remember that your support helps us share genuine stories from around the world, stories that are often overlooked or forgotten. Now behold the Quetzal, the national bird of this remarkable country. Nestled deep within the cloud forests of Guatemala, the Quetzal appears suddenly, flashing with a brilliance so intense it seems almost unreal, as if it were a creation of digital artistry. Its long, iridescent feathers shimmer in the sunlight, trailing behind the bird like flowing silk ribbons caught in a gentle breeze. This isn't a figment of imagination, it's a living, breathing creature embodying the vibrant spirit of Guatemala's wilderness. The Quetzal's striking appearance and elusive nature have made it a symbol of freedom and beauty, deeply woven into the cultural fabric of the nation. Its presence in the lush canopy is a reminder of the wild, untouched corners of Guatemala that still preserve their ancient magic and splendor. The majestic Quetzal stands proudly as the national emblem of Guatemala, embodying the very spirit and identity of the nation. Historically, this extraordinary bird was revered by the ancient Maya and the Otomi civilizations, who regarded it as a sacred creature imbued with divine significance. In their cultural and spiritual practices, the killing of a Quetzal was strictly forbidden, considered a grave offense against the gods. Its vibrant feathers were highly prized. Warriors adorned themselves with these resplendent plumes as a symbol of their strength and valor, believing that wearing such feathers endowed them with divine power. Priests, meanwhile, attributed mystical qualities to the bird, believing it had the unique ability to communicate with spirits and the divine realm. Even in modern times, the reverence for the Quetzal persists, so profound that the national currency of Guatemala is named after it, the Quetzal, honoring this bird's enduring symbolic importance. What makes the Quetzal truly remarkable, however, is its elusive nature. This bird is remarkably shy and secretive, often nesting at lofty heights amid the mist-shrouded crowns of ancient trees deep within the forest canopy, regions that are seldom accessible to humans. To catch a glimpse of a wild Quetzal is considered a rare and treasured achievement for travelers and birdwatchers alike, a moment of pure wonder. Its tail feathers are especially spectacular, sometimes stretching over 60 centimeters in length, flowing behind her like a regal train or royal cloak. In the animal kingdom, such an elegant display is regarded as the highest standard of grace and beauty, symbolizing purity and majesty beyond compare. Moving from the realm of nature to human history, it is astonishing to realize that the earliest known chocolate bars predate those produced in Belgium and Switzerland, and even before the legendary Willy Wonka brought his fantastical factory to life. The very first chocolate, in its most primitive and sacred form, originated in Guatemala, an ancient beverage made from bitter, crushed grains and a blend of spices. This drink was not merely a delicacy but held profound spiritual significance. The Mayan people in particular revered cocoa as a divine gift, worshipping it as a sacred substance bestowed by the gods. They incorporated cocoa into rituals and sacrifices, believing it possessed mystical powers. The beans themselves were so valuable that they functioned as a form of currency, exchanged for goods and services. Imagine a world where you could buy dinner with a bar of chocolate. Such a notion might sound like a fantasy, yet in ancient Guatemala it was reality. Recent archaeological excavations in the region of Guatemala have uncovered tools that reveal a fascinating aspect of this history. Devices used to press cocoa into solid forms, hinting at the earliest known methods of producing chocolate bars. Historians now believe that Guatemala may well be the birthplace of the earliest edible chocolates, those made without sugar or milk, simply pure, concentrated cocoa pressed into blocks by hand. Today, Guatemalan farmers continue to cultivate some of the finest cocoa varieties in the world. These beans are highly sought after by master chocolatiers globally who prize their rich flavor and quality. Perhaps the story of that expensive chocolate tile you recently purchased begins here, rooted in a tradition dating back thousands of years. If this revelation intrigues you even slightly, consider exploring further. There are dozens more stories waiting, from ancient ritualistic uses of cacao to modern discoveries in the world of chocolate. Your interest and support help keep these stories alive and vibrant. Moving on to a vivid aspect of everyday life in Guatemala, the classic American school bus takes on a new and colorful identity within this vibrant country. Picture yourself strolling through a tranquil town nestled in the heart of Guatemala's lush landscape when suddenly a bright yellow bus whizzes past, as if it had leapt straight out of the suburbs of the 1980s. But this is no ordinary bus. It is a living, breathing piece of local culture, a true reincarnation of the American school bus, transformed into a phenomenon known as the chicken bus. These vehicles are arguably the most chaotic and lively mode of transportation in the country, and they are far more than just a means of travel. They are vibrant, moving works of art, each one uniquely decorated and personalized. Every chicken bus is a testament to individual creativity, with drivers taking pride in their own signature styles. They spend hours painting colorful murals on the sides, adding shiny chrome accents, and plastering stickers and religious slogans that reflect their personal beliefs and local culture. Many are equipped with LED lights that glow at night, powerful horns that announce their presence with a thunderous roar, and roof racks loaded to capacity with chickens, an integral part of rural life, hence the name Chicken Bus. The story behind these buses is equally fascinating. Most of them started life as school buses in the United States, serving students on American campuses. After approximately 10 to 12 years of service, they are retired from their original purpose, but are then reborn as these lively, mobile icons of Guatemalan transportation. Their transformation from utilitarian vehicles afterward, they are carried across the landscape to the bustling city of Guatemala, where local artisans and craftsmen take these humble vehicles and transform them into vibrant symbols of daily life. Many of these buses retain their original features, such as the faded brake lights and weathered benches, adding a nostalgic charm that connects the past to the present. Riding aboard such a bus is akin to stepping into a moving time capsule, where the lively rhythms of salsa music spill from the speakers, filling the air with infectious energy. Yet beneath this lively exterior lies a vehicle that is fast, resilient, and relentless, driving vigorously through the streets, often packed to capacity with passengers eager to reach their destinations. To truly understand Guatemala's essence, one must experience a ride on this living emblem of street culture, a testament to resilience, community, and the vibrant heartbeat of the city. Guatemala, a country cradled by two mighty bodies of water, is a land of striking contrasts, a place where diverse worlds converge. Situated in the heart of Central America, this nation stretches from the shimmering shores of the Pacific Ocean to the lively coasts of the Caribbean Sea. Yes, you heard correctly. One country, two completely different coastlines, each with its own unique character and charm. On the Pacific side, the beaches are lined with black volcanic sands, warmed by the fiery sunsets that cast a golden glow over the water. These shores are a haven for surfers and beach lovers alike, where the rugged beauty of volcanic landscapes meets the gentle lull of ocean waves. Meanwhile, on the opposite side lies the Caribbean coast, a paradise of turquoise waters, swaying palm trees, and vibrant Garifuna villages where the air is thick with the rhythms of drums and the lively dance of local traditions. The journey from one coast to the other, often less than 10 hours by road, feels like crossing into an entirely different world. This remarkable geography, with its dual access to the sea, bestows upon Guatemala a valuable gift that many nations can only dream of: dual coastlines that open up a wealth of opportunities. These include bustling fishing ports, scenic tourist routes, vital trade corridors, and an abundance of fresh seafood, from grilled fish to succulent lobster. Yet the significance of these two shores extends far beyond their natural beauty. They have profoundly shaped the culture, history, and even the languages spoken across the country. The Caribbean coast bears the unmistakable echoes of Afro-Caribbean roots, rich in music, dance, and a vibrant cultural tapestry, while the Pacific side, dominated by volcanoes and ancient trade routes, tells stories of early commerce, indigenous kingdoms, and natural resilience. Two coasts, one heart, Guatemala's diverse geography and cultural heritage intertwine to create a nation of remarkable depth and complexity. If you were unaware of these distinctions before, now you know the story behind this land of contrasts. Before we unveil one of the most legendary ancient sites in the Americas, remember to stay tuned and support this narrative that seeks to uncover stories others often overlook. It's a channel dedicated to truth, inspiration, and revealing the hidden layers of history and culture that make Guatemala extraordinary. Number 9. Tikal National Park stands as a majestic testament to Guatemala's rich archaeological and ecological heritage. Recognized by UNESCO as a site of both cultural and natural significance, Tikal is a place where the sounds of jungle life blend effortlessly with ancient human achievement. In this lush corner of the country, the calls of Gavroon monkeys echo louder than the city's hustle and bustle, creating a symphony of nature's vitality. Towering above the dense greenery are the ancient temples, piercing the sky like stone arrows pointing toward the heavens, silent witnesses to a glorious civilization long past. This site is not merely a collection of ruins, it is a remarkable fusion of history and ecology. In Udna Tisicha Divitsot Semdesat Divit, Tikal became the first location on Earth to be designated as a UNESCO Mixed Heritage Site, recognized simultaneously for its archaeological marvels and its ecological importance. Imagine wandering through an ancient Mayan city that once flourished with more than 100,000 inhabitants and suddenly catching sight of a toucan overhead or hearing the distant cry of a parrot nearby. The sprawling area of Tikal encompasses approximately 1 kilometer of tropical forest, within which lie over 3,000 ancient structures, temples, palaces, ball courts, and ceremonial plazas, interwoven with the natural environment in a harmonious coexistence. From the intricate carvings of hieroglyphs to the lively chatter of jungle birds, Tikal embodies a place where the past and the wild, untamed present collide. It is a landscape that captures the imagination, evoking images of explorers like Indiana Jones, who would find their favorite adventure setting right here in this ancient city. With every step, visitors feel the pulse of history blending seamlessly with nature's raw beauty, making Tikal a truly extraordinary sight that continues to inspire awe and wonder. Number 8. The city of Guatemala is also the birthplace of Duoling. A Luis von Ahn, a native of Guatemala, stands out as a remarkable genius in the realm of technological innovation. He is one of the brilliant minds behind the creation of Duoling, a sophisticated language learning platform that has transformed the way millions around the world approach acquiring new languages. But before the advent of Duoling, Luis made a significant contribution through his invention of reCAPTCHA, a clever tool designed to evaluate whether a user is human or a bot, a crucial step in ensuring the security of digital systems. This technology not only served as a safeguard against automated abuse, but also played a pivotal role in helping to digitize countless books, making knowledge more accessible to people everywhere. The ingenuity behind reCAPTCHA exemplifies the perfect synergy of technological benefits, combining security, automation, and the democratization of information. Luis's journey began in Guatemala City, a place where educational resources were scarce and opportunities limited. Growing up amidst these challenges, he felt a deep desire to make education more accessible and free for everyone, regardless of their background or circumstances. Driven by this conviction, he dedicated himself to creating solutions that could bridge gaps in learning and knowledge dissemination. Today, the platform known as Dualga boasts an astonishing user base, more than 500 million individuals worldwide, a testament to its widespread impact. All of this success traces back to a boy from Central America who held firm in his belief that knowledge should be a universal right, not a privilege confined to the few. This story of innovation transcends the typical narrative of technological achievement. It stands as a powerful reminder that groundbreaking ideas can emerge from any corner of the globe. It underscores the notion that talent and creativity are universal, and that revolutionary solutions are not exclusive to Silicon Valley or other major tech hubs. If you find this inspiring, prepare yourself for even more astonishing facts, because the story of Luis von Ahn and his innovations is only just beginning. Your support and curiosity help keep these stories alive, inspiring others and showcasing the incredible potential that resides in every part of the world. Now, shifting our focus to a natural wonder in Guatemala, let us explore the fascinating depths of Lake Atitlan, the deepest lake in Central America. Nestled among clouds-shrouded volcanoes and soaring green cliffs, this lake has long captivated the imagination of locals and visitors alike. Its waters are so profound that in earlier times, inhabitants believed it to be bottomless, a mysterious expanse that seemed to stretch into eternity. The lake's depth exceeds 340 meters, more than 1,100 feet, making it a true marvel of geological formation. This remarkable body of water was born roughly 84,000 years ago during a colossal volcanic eruption, an event that reshaped the landscape and created the basin that now holds this pristine lake. But Lake Atitlan is more than just an impressive depth. It is shrouded in mystery and legend. Some scientists believe that beneath its surface the Earth remains volcanically active, with undercurrents that hint at ongoing geological processes. The lake's submerged terrain is said to conceal ruins of a lost Mayan city, fueling stories and rumors that continue to intrigue explorers and researchers alike. Around its shores lie 12 charming towns, each named after an apostle, each with its own unique traditions, customs, and vibrant local culture. Fishermen still glide across its glassy surface, expertly navigating wooden boats along the gentle ripples, their lines cast into the clear waters that mirror the sky with astonishing clarity. As the sun sets behind the volcanoes, the sky ignites in shades of orange and gold, casting a magical glow over the entire landscape, a moment frozen in time that seems almost surreal. If you seek a place where magic, mystery, and breathtaking beauty intertwine, Lake Atitlan offers all three in abundance. Its tranquil yet enigmatic waters invite contemplation, adventure, and wonder, making it a destination that promises unforgettable experiences for those willing to explore its depths and legends. Turning our attention to the linguistic diversity of Guatemala, it's fascinating to realize that Spanish is not the only language spoken within this vibrant country. As you walk through the bustling markets of Guatemala, you might hear an unexpected melody, sounds that are not Spanish at all, but rather the ancient voices of the Maya. These are the living remnants of a linguistic heritage that has persisted for centuries, with more than 20 indigenous languages recognized officially and still actively spoken today. Yes, you read that correctly. Over 20 distinct languages continue to thrive in everyday life across Guatemala, even as Spanish remains the official language of government and education. In the mountainous regions and dense jungles, entire communities communicate exclusively in these ancestral tongues, such as Quichua, Kaqchikel, Mam, and others, languages that have been passed down through countless generations. These tongues are not relics of the past, they are living, breathing elements of cultural identity. They echo in the classrooms, resonate within courtrooms, and fill the airwaves of radio stations and news broadcasts. Each language is a world unto itself with unique grammar, sounds, and cultural nuances that if you find yourself moved by this story, do not simply overlook it and move on. Take a moment to pause and consider, for there are many more tales waiting to be uncovered, stories that delve deep into the very soul of the lands we speak of. Let this be a gentle invitation to stay, to listen, and to learn. Now let us turn our attention to the fifth wonder of Guatemala. This nation is home to more than 30 volcanoes, a staggering number that underscores the extraordinary relationship between the land and its restless earth. In Guatemala, the ground does not merely tremble in quiet, subtle shifts. It often seems to speak in a language of rumblings and eruptions. The earth here is alive with energy, and its voice is unmistakable, sometimes in the early morning hours when an ominous, swirling cloud might appear over a distant peak, signaling that something more than just weather is at play. That cloud, often mistaken for mere atmospheric mist, is actually a sign of one of these fiery giants. Some of these volcanoes remain active to this day, their power still pulsating beneath the surface. For instance, the smoking cone of the Huega volcano, which last erupted in 2018, serves as a constant reminder of the Earth's fiery temperament. Then there is the majestic Agua volcano, towering over the historic city of Antigua like a silent guardian, its imposing presence a symbol of both beauty and danger. Guatemala's position along the Pacific Firebelt means that these volcanoes are not just dramatic scenery, they are integral to the land's identity and the lives of those who inhabit it. These giants influence the very fabric of daily existence, shaping the environment, the culture, and the legends that are passed down through generations. Entire communities have learned to thrive amidst this volatility, cultivating crops in the incredibly fertile volcanic soil. Soil so rich, it is often called the land of gold. People are drawn to the slopes, climbing where lava once flowed, sometimes witnessing the sky turn a vivid scarlet not from sunset, but from a fresh eruption or fiery glow. This spectacle, both awe-inspiring and terrifying, exemplifies the raw power of nature in Guatemala. Today, 3 volcanoes are still actively venting their energy, their fiery displays visible from many kilometers away, a spectacular reminder of the Earth's relentless pulse. Despite the danger, the local people have woven these volcanoes into their stories, their beliefs, and their way of life, living side by side with nature's fiery breath. So, the next time you savor a cup of Guatemalan coffee or marvel at the lush landscapes, remember, they are born from fire, shaped by the volcanic forces that have long defined this land. Moving on to the fourth marvel, it's impossible to discuss Guatemala without acknowledging the nation's deep-rooted pride in its coffee. Coffee in Guatemala is far more than a simple beverage. It is a symbol of national identity and a source of immense pride. From the moment you wake, the rich, earthy aroma of freshly brewed coffee seems to fill the air, an invisible herald of the country's heritage and its meticulous craftsmanship. This fragrant scent is a subtle yet powerful reminder of how closely intertwined coffee is with the soul of Guatemala. The country ranks among the top 10 largest coffee producers worldwide, and its beans are highly prized across the globe for their exceptional quality. The secret lies in the land itself. The altitude, the volcanic soil, and the climate are all perfectly aligned to produce beans of unparalleled richness. These conditions are unique to Guatemala, creating an environment that cannot be replicated anywhere else in the world. What makes this even more remarkable is the fact that over 125,000 Guatemalan families rely directly on coffee cultivation for their livelihood. This is not an impersonal industry, it is a cherished tradition, nurtured in the shade of sprawling trees and harvested by hand with care and devotion. From the misty highlands of Huehuetenango to the historic slopes of Antigua, countless small farms labor tirelessly throughout the year to produce beans that possess a complexity and depth of flavor that even the most discerning baristas in Tokyo or New York would find irresistible. Some of the most expensive and sought-after cups of coffee in the world originate from these humble hills, carried across oceans to reach those who appreciate the finest in taste and quality. To truly understand what fuels this global coffee culture, one must look beneath the surface into the passionate effort of the farmers and the unique environment that makes Guatemalan coffee so exceptional. Finally, let us explore the third region, the Peten, the ancient heartland of the Maya civilization. Nestled within the vast, lush jungles of northern Guatemala, this land is dotted with the remnants of ancient stone cities, quietly resting beneath the dense canopy of trees that have grown for centuries. As you listen carefully amidst the rustling of leaves and the distant calls of howler monkeys, you can almost hear the echoes of a civilization that thrived thousands of years ago. This is the birthplace of Mayan culture, a cradle of human achievement and spiritual significance. While Tikal, with its dizzyingly towering temples and intricate stone carvings, is often the image most captured in tourist photographs, few visitors realize that the entire region of Peten is actually scattered with countless ancient ruins. These remnants of a long-lost civilization are hidden beneath the roots of sprawling trees and dense, verdant foliage, lying in wait beneath layers of vegetation. Over centuries, these ruins have been concealed from sight, yet they tell stories of a once great society that built sprawling cities, observed the stars with astonishing precision, and devised a calendar that was even more accurate than the European systems of their time. These marvels are not mere legends or distant memories, they are real, tangible relics of a sophisticated culture. The descendants of these ancient peoples, the Maya, still inhabit the region of Peten. They carry forward the wisdom of their ancestors, practicing traditional crafts, cultivating the land, engaging in sacred rituals, and speaking languages that have survived through countless generations. Their daily lives are deeply intertwined with the ancient knowledge passed down to them, making Peten not just a place of natural beauty, but a living museum of history and culture. In recent years, advanced technology, particularly aerial imaging and remote sensing, has uncovered over 60,000 previously hidden structures within the lush jungles of Peten. These discoveries are not limited to small dwellings or simple shelters. They include entire cities, complex complexes that had been forgotten by the sands of time. Walking through the forests of Peten now is akin to traveling through a living history book, where every step places you amidst the echoes of a civilization long gone. The jungle is not just nature, it is a vast, ancient archive with the past lying directly beneath your feet, waiting to be rediscovered. Turning our gaze further afield, in Guatemala, there exists a vibrant and extraordinary festival dedicated to honoring the deceased, where the sky is filled with soaring kites. During this event, graves are transformed into blooming gardens of flowers, and the heavens become a canvas for colorful, intricate art. This celebration turns the common notions of mourning upside down, replacing sorrow with joy and turning grief into a lively, spirited festival. In Guatemala, the Day of the Dead is not a somber occasion, but a bright, noisy, and uniquely vibrant event that captures the imagination. In the towns of Zumpango and Santiago Zacatepec, families gather every year on the 1st of November to partake in a remarkable tradition. They take to the skies with enormous handmade kites, structures that can sometimes reach the size of a bus, crafted from vivid tissue paper and sturdy bamboo. These are no ordinary toys. They serve as spiritual messengers believed to carry prayers directly to heaven, ensuring that the spirits of loved ones are remembered and that evil spirits are kept at bay. As these massive, colorful kites soar high above the cemeteries, they seem to dance in harmony with the wind, symbolically bridging the gap between the living and the dead. Meanwhile, in the same spaces where these kites take flight, hundreds of families gather around graves, sharing meals, lighting candles, playing music, and recounting stories of those who have passed on. The atmosphere is filled with poetic energy, warmth, and a sense of community that transforms what might seem like mourning into a celebration of life, memory, and the enduring bonds that connect generations. Here, the departed are not forgotten. They are symbolically brought closer with every gust of wind that carries their prayers upward. Many of these kites are painstakingly crafted over months, often passed down through generations as sacred heirlooms, each one a masterpiece of artistry and devotion. The themes explored on these kites range widely, from expressions of pride in the afterlife to poignant political messages, each carefully designed and meticulously worked out to evoke emotion and reflection. These are not merely decorative objects, but sacred symbols that embody the profound connection between the living and the dead. Their intricate designs invite admiration from all who see them, urging observers to pause and appreciate the depth of devotion embedded in each creation. If anyone ever claims that mourning must be a quiet, subdued affair, these colorful festivals stand as a powerful counterexample. They demonstrate that grief can be expressed loudly, joyfully, and with exuberance, turning sorrow into a poetic and energetic celebration of life and memory. The next time you hear someone suggest that mourning should be silent and somber, remember these vibrant traditions from Guatemala. They reveal that the act of remembering can be as lively and spirited as any festival. And should this glimpse into Guatemala's cultural richness surprise you, consider that there is still much more to discover. We have only begun to explore the many wonders of this incredible country, and countless extraordinary traditions and sites await just beyond the horizon. Number 1, Guatemala holds the distinction of being the most densely populated country in all of Central America. It might seem logical to assume that Panama, with its world-famous canal, or Costa Rica, renowned for its lush and pristine ecology, would hold the title, "There is no sense of overcrowding in this land." Whether you find yourself wandering through the majestic mountains or strolling across the lush, verdant plains of Peten, it quickly becomes apparent that space is abundant and the land breathes freely. To the casual observer, it might seem as though there is plenty of room for everyone, for the population is not packed tightly together but spread out over vast areas. This impression arises largely because a large portion of the country's inhabitants resides in bustling cities, with the capital city of Guatemala, known as Guatemala City, standing out as the largest urban center in all of Central America. Within this vibrant metropolis, life pulses energetically, and the city's crowded streets are filled with activity and noise. Yet just beyond the city limits, the pace of life shifts dramatically. In the rural regions, life follows a different rhythm, more slow, more deliberate, rooted in age-old traditions. Small villages dot the landscape, each governed by its own customs and principles that have persisted through generations. Here, a multitude of languages are spoken, each village often proud of its unique tongue, adding to the rich tapestry of cultural diversity. Traditional embroidered garments are worn with pride, their intricate patterns telling stories of heritage and identity. In these communities, stories are passed orally from one generation to the next with remarkable speed, faster in many cases than cellular signals can transmit. These tales, songs, and legends form the backbone of local life and culture, creating a vibrant, living history that continues to thrive despite the march of modernity. Another astonishing fact about this nation is its youthful energy. Nearly half of its population is under 25 years old. Such a youthful demographic infuses Guatemala with vitality, dynamism, and a sense of constant change. It is a country brimming with potential where new opportunities emerge every day, shaping a future that is as unpredictable as it is promising. This youthful spirit is palpable everywhere, from the bustling markets where vendors sell colorful textiles and fresh produce, to the lively sounds of music echoing through city streets. It manifests vividly in the vibrant street art that adorns walls from the capital to remote villages, and in the burgeoning startup scene that is beginning to attract global attention. Despite facing considerable hardships, it is the people, farmers tending their fields, artisans crafting their unique handmade goods, students eager to learn, and innovators pushing boundaries who form the true heart of this country. They are descendants of ancient kings, guardians of the land, and creators of a resilient culture that continues to thrive against all odds. Every corner of Guatemala radiates their creativity, perseverance, and indomitable spirit. When considering the major countries of Latin America, it's important not to overlook Guatemala. The country's greatness is not merely measured in numbers or statistics. It is rooted deeply in its vibrant spirit. It is a land alive with history, culture, and vitality. You are still with us, which means you are among those who look beneath the surface of typical travel guides. Together we have uncovered treasures of jade that shimmer with ancient mystery, witnessed the fiery power of volcanoes that seem to breathe fire into the sky, and marveled at serpents that seem to touch the heavens. We have explored the echoes of ancient Egyptian pyramids and met people who transform ashes into beauty and silence into legacy. These experiences reveal that Guatemala is one of the most unique countries in the Americas, an extraordinary blend of natural wonder, rich history, and lively culture. I hope you have enjoyed today's journey. If so, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe so you won't miss any of our upcoming adventures. Your support allows us to continue exploring and sharing even more fascinating stories from around the world. Be sure to watch the next video that appears on your screen. I am confident it will captivate you just as much. And please, leave a comment below telling us which country you would like us to explore next. Thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in the next adventure.